Hi everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. We have spoken so much about savings. We have dwelt so much about savings, but there's this one monster that we really have to tackle if we are to achieve our financial freedom. If we will be able to retire, maybe from our active work, if you'll be able to retire probably in 10 years or the time you have specified to retire, and that is spending. If you analyze actually it's not about okay how much we are saving. Fine, we are saving, right? Fine, we are saving. We're supposed to save like 10% of our income or save 20% of our income, depending on probably your age or maybe your time to retirement. But what about the spending? The spending, if we say okay, for out of 100% of your income you are saving maybe like 10% or 20%, what happens to the rest of the 80%? What actually are you spending your money on? The things that we are actually spending our money on, are they the things that we can actually do without? Are they the things that we can ask ourselves that, okay, in the next 4 years or in the next 3 years or in the next 5 years, will this thing really matter? This expensive car that I want to buy in the next 3 years, will it really? Because for every penny that you are earning today, for every dollar or every pound or every naira you are earning today, they're actually paying you for now and also for your future. So if you eat everything, or you're thinking, okay, 80% is for my spending, 80% is for my expenses, what's happening to your future? The future that you might not be able to work, the future that the energy that you have to work right now, you might not be able to have that kind of energy to work in that future. The future that the number of hours you can work right now, the future that the number of hours that you are working right now, you might not be able to work for such long hours even in your future. So what happens to that future? So what happens? So because the level of our spending right now will actually dictate how far we will be able to go. If you are saying, okay, we want to retire in the next 10 years or something, it has to do a lot with our spending. It has to do a lot with what we are spending our money on. Probably you want to buy a house. Okay, for people that are buying houses and all that, if you want to buy a house, you don't have the house that you are living in, and you want to buy a house, and the kind of house that you want to buy is actually like probably is £250,000. What happens to houses of £150,000? What happens to houses of £70,000? What happens to starting small? Why are you accruing so much debt on your head just because you want a new house, or you want a house in the city or something like that and all that? So all these things we need to think about it. That it's about the savings, right? But it's much more about our spending habit. What are we spending our money on? It's so crucial that what am I actually spending my money on? Because if we will be able to keep tab on our spending. Sincerely speaking, if we are able to keep tab on our spending, it will go a long way. Fine, we know that, okay, 10% of our savings or 20% of our savings of our income is supposed to go into savings. Okay, we know that. So what about the 80%? What happens to the 80%? So we need to keep tab on actually our saving, our spending, as we are keeping tab on our savings. And savings does not make anybody rich. Saving your money does not make you wealthy. Saving your money does not make you rich. You need to invest that savings in an income generating asset. Something that has to be bringing money for you. If you are spending money, think about it. This thing that I'm spending money on, what is it going to bring back to me? Is this something that is going to generate income for me? Is this something that can generate? Because there's no how you can be wealthy. There's no how you can retire. There's no how you can retire within 10 years or 20 years or 15 years if you don't have income generating income generating assets that are generating either rental income, either dividend payment, either cash flow. These are the things that can make you to retire. And retirement does not mean no active work or something like that. Retirement just means a time that you'll be able to have for yourself, to be able to do the things that you love. Either you want to have a foundation, or probably you want to, you can pursue the course that you want to pursue because you want to pursue. The time, your 9-to-5 job might not be able to afford you the opportunity to do the things that you love. Retirement is not about traveling around the world and all that. It's part of it, but it's about pursuing that just cause. Either maybe you want to have a charity, or you want to open maybe an orphanage, or probably want to open a foundation that will be helping people. Want to help the widows, and it's just for a just cause, something that you want to do that your 9-to-5 presently is not able to afford you that opportunity. That's what retirement is about. So if you want to be able to go through this retirement or achieve this retirement, seriously speaking, you need to think about what you're actually spending your money on. This thing I'm spending my money on, apart from the essentials like maybe the food, maybe the clothing, and also the shelter, all the other things, does it matter? In another 3 years, will it really matter? I know we love cars, we love big houses and all that, but in few years, will it really matter? Okay, this few house, I have a house like that has a 4 bedroom flat, and and right now it's not. It, only me and my husband cannot stay in a 4 bedroom apartment. So all these things, when we're building the house, we're like, okay, we want to have a lot of children and all that, but as it is, we need to actually break the house to make it smaller, so that even if we have to stay there now, it will have to, it's just something that we can just manage. you know I've seen a lot of big houses that even the owners cannot manage them anymore, because the children are gone. So the expenses that you're actually doing right now, is this something that will worth it in years to come? Is it something that will add value to you? Is it something that will generate income for you? Because if you don't keep tab on your spending, the savings will not make any sense. If you don't keep tab on that spending, it's the spending that is actually the problem. People are saving, but the spending is killing the saving. Because let me tell you something. If you say you want to retire in 50 years, and you want to be saving, or people you want to retire in 50 or 55 years, and you want to be saving maybe 10% of your income, it's not going to take you anywhere, my dear. That's the truth of the matter. You will just find out that you're stuck in your 9 to 5 job. If you want to be saving 10%, like a 20-year-old or a 23-year-old or a 25-year-old or a 30-year-old, you are going to be stuck on that 9 to 5 for a very long time. By the time you are 60, you wake up, you know that it's not the same race. That somebody that is in the 40s is running with the same person that is in the 20s. They are different too. If somebody in their 20s, if they are saving 10%, you are supposed to be saving 40%. 40, over 40, if not 50 or 50%, if you actually want to achieve that retirement. It's called decade of sacrifice. It's called years that you have to actually like a lean growth, it's like a lean period, 7 years, 10 years of putting your hand on that and say, this is like a project that I have to achieve in 10 years, and God is going to help us, because this thing actually has to do with strategy. The Bible says that my people perish because of lack of knowledge. So many things that we are saying faith we do. Lord, God has given us the opportunity to be able to, for so many chances and opportunities that He has given unto us. If some of us will print our statement of account, like if we know how much has actually, you'll be wondering, this cannot be me. Where did this money go? Print your statement of account for like a year or for like 2 years. Then you know what I'm talking about. You know that it's not the amount you are saving that it matters. It's the spending. Like, what am I spending my money on? Like, where has this money gone to? That will first of all be the question that will come out of it. Initially, if it's not your name, you will be like, this statement cannot be my own. That is just it. It's the spending. If you don't keep tabs on that spending, the savings will just be useless. Thank you very much.